Hey guys, Hero1701 here, and today we're working on Bear Battlegrounds again. So right before we get into the actual episode for today, I want to show you guys a feature from the previous episode, the grenade here. I changed a little something. Let me actually show you that in just a moment. I changed a little something before, and I knew this last episode while I was recording. I just didn't want to mention it. But before, it would only let me throw a single grenade at any given time because I would be teleporting the youngest Wither Skull to the youngest Snowball. But I fixed that now to enable me to throw however many grenades at the same time that I want, simply by executing at all the snowballs and teleporting a single Wither Skull within a radius of 2 blocks to that same snowball. So basically, if you imagine the snowball traveling along its course, it's only going to teleport the closest Wither Skull, which is what we wanted to do. That way we can have multiple grenades at the same time, which this was impossible the way I had it set up before. By the way, I mentioned this before, the glitch where, like, the snowball item that's appearing next to my face, even after me throwing it, that's just a visual glitch. It is actually following the snowball entity along its course. Right. So, over here I have a little something. It's a particle effect, and if I just go in F5 mode here, that's what it does around the closest player. It's not actually going to be around the closest player eventually, but I want to work on something together with you guys here. And that's what I wanted to say. Today, in today's episode, I want to do something a little bit different. Contrary to how I've done these episodes up until now, where I've basically just shown you what I've got and explained how it works, basically just throwing a lot of information in your face, today I want to do things a little bit differently. So, I want to show you guys the process of how I make these weapons. So, yeah, so the next weapon I want to make today, and this is quite a simple weapon, that's why I can do this on camera with you guys. I'm going to call this the Radial Blast. Radial Blast. I might change that name later, but we'll see. So what I'm going to be using is a die, and I think it's 6, and let's rename it to Radial Blast. Good. Aha! So we have cyan die called Radial Blast. Let me actually just clear my inventory. And what I want to happen is when I throw this on the ground, it doesn't matter where exactly I throw it, it's just whenever I'll throw one of these items, I want it to deal damage to all entities that are not on my team. Well, other players on the other team and all entities that are around me, because I might incorporate some mods into this game in the future. But yeah. All entities that are not on my team within a 4-ish block radius, I think. I want to deal a lot of damage to them, and also, hence this particle effect, which I think is pretty cool. Which, by the way, this might be a little surprising, but this is Icon Crack 175. That's the particle name, and 175 is actually this sunflower. That's a little weird. I don't know. I find it weird. That might just be me. I mean, it's weird. Oops. It's weird that it appears in this like cyan type thing. Anyway, I like it. It works for me. So first thing I want to do is set up an objective. So we're gonna do scoreboard objectives. Add Rad Blast, I guess I'm gonna call it, and it's gonna be a dummy. I use an objective for almost every single weapon that I add, so yeah, just added a little dummy objective that's related to this. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, from here I need to change something. I have, where is it? Somewhere here I'm resetting the drop item score. There we go. Let's get rid of that real quick here. Wait, let me check this out. Oh. Yeah, so this will have to be at the end here, actually. Let's just put it here for now. So what I want to do is scoreboard players set at E type equals item rad blast 1 if it is, let me see how I did this over here, I forget. It has a name, Radial Blast, and it needs to be a Minecraft die. Excellent. So if I slash scoreboard objective set display sidebar rad blast. Is there already one of these? Let me just quickly. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And if I just get, if I just drop a regular one of these that isn't renamed, right, it doesn't do anything. Excellent. So then, after having detected that, what I want to do is scoreboard players. No, sorry. Execute at E type equals item score rad blast min equals 1. So I'm executing at the at the cyan die radial blast item entity, and what I want to do is scoreboard players set at P, the closest player with, say, a radius of up to 2 blocks, rad blast 1. Yeah, and that player needs to have a score drop item min equals 1. Oh, not a comma, underscore. There we go. Let's check this out. No, wait, and then I want to actually kill the, let's see, kill at E type equals item score rad blast min equals 1. Good. So let's check this out. Yep, it gave me a score of rad blast of 1. Good. Let's reset that real quick. After that, what I want to do, so that's basically the detection that I've thrown the item. After that, I will want to, let's see, I'll want to, how do I do this? Okay, so I have teams, scoreboard objective, or scoreboard teams list. Oh, teams list. So I have a red team and a blue team set up. So what I'm actually going to do is scoreboard players set at A score rad blast min equals 1 and team equals blue. So let's say the blue team will have a score of 2. Yeah, so anyone on the red team will be assigned a score of 1, and everybody on the blue team will have wait, what did I say? Red team is 1 and blue team is 2. Is what I'm going for here. Okay, then I'm going to do execute at E score rad blast, or no, not at E, at A score rad blast min equals 1. So I'm executing at the player who has the rad blast. Let's see, let's do score rad blast equals 1. So if he has a score rad blast of exactly 1, which means he needs to cast a radial blast and he's on the red team, then we will go ahead and effect at A team equals, or no, at E team equals not red. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm executing at any player who has a Rad Blast score of exactly 1. So basically, he needs to cast a Radial Blast and he's on the red team. And then I'm giving an effect to all players. Yeah, I haven't assigned the effect yet, but I'm giving, let me actually do that right now. Let's do 2 for now. We'll test that in a second. So we're executing at a player who needs to cast Radial Blast, and we're giving the effect instant damage level 3 for 1 game tick to any entity that is within 4 blocks and is not on the red team. So yeah, so that's all entities and any player on the blue team, basically. Yeah, I think this should work. Good. And then we should do the same here for the blue team. Let's do team equals not blue. Good. Let's see. So if I do scoreboard teams join red real quick here. Wait, did it say there's no players on the teams? Right. So yeah, and also I want to do a particle effect. So let me do that real quick. So this is what I need this for. Right. Let's put that in here. Instead of at P, we'll do at A score Rad Blast min equals 1. Good. And then we will. Oh, oops. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, I did. And then we will scoreboard players reset everyone for Rad Blast. Good, good, good. And I think we can then move this up to right over there. Okay, let's check this out. So first of all, it'll do that. Good. I believe it did cast the effect on these guys. Let's see if I speed up the particle effect for just a little bit. Let's see how it looks. If I put the speed to 1. It's the thing, it like sort of goes in the air all over the place. I don't like that. If I do like a really low number, like that, what does that look like? It just drops straight down. I don't know. I feel like it should be somewhere in between. Let's do something like that. Let's try this out. I don't know if it makes any difference. I'll leave it at that for now. Anyway, so what I want to do now is quickly, let me actually use my handy little creeper summoner here. And, no? Why isn't it working? I can give effects to mobs, right? At E71100. Yeah, that kills all the creepers. That does work. I wonder, what did I do wrong here? Wait, is this? Oh, it's here. Is it the team thing? If I take this out, what happens now? It does work. I feel like it might be a little too powerful. Yeah, let's decrease the amplifier by 1, I think. Yeah, let's bring that down to a level 2 effect. I wonder why it isn't working with the team, though. Okay, so I've been thinking for a bit and playing with some sounds and everything. I think I know how to finish this project, so we have this, and I was thinking about the fact that we should probably We should probably be testing for if it's cyan dye, so let me just quickly check if that works. That should have worked. Anyway, yeah, I need to add something like this, and I'll figure it out later. But for now, it should still work. Yeah, okay. Clock is running. Anyway, here, this is good. So what I was thinking is instead of changing the score to 2 for a player on the blue team, instead of that, since we can directly test for if a player is on the blue team right here, then we don't even need that. We could just get this right over here. Could execute at a player who has just the score of Radial Blast, and his team is red. So if he's on the red team, then we're gonna do that, and that works better than or it's easier, I guess, than changing the team as well. And then we're gonna move this over here, so he's never gonna have a score of 2. So we're going to do that, and team equals blue. And this should all be the same. Oh, wait, did I do the first one correctly? I did, okay. And then I added this little thing, which I don't believe I showed you guys. This executes at anyone who has a Rad Blast score, and it gives the same effect to any entity that is not a player. So, yeah, that works nicely. Then we can move this over here. This is the particle, and I think I want to change this back to the way it was originally. Alright. And last but not least, I would like to, let's see, how does play sound work? Play sound. Okay sound. Play sound. Random.fizz, I think, is the one I'm going to go with. So we're going to do... Oh yeah, this is another thing I figured out, which I'm going to change for the... What did I do here? Which I'm going to change for the gun, or for the rifle as well. Execute at a score... score Rad Blast min equals 1. So we're going to play the sound from there, and we're going to... so we're going to execute at the player who's casting the Radial Blast, and we're going to play the sound to all players with a radius of up to 16 blocks. Right. Good. Volume is going to be, I believe, 1, just normal. Pitch 1, normal. Minimum volume, we're going to do 0.1. Yeah, I think that's good. So the farther away the players are from the person casting the blast, the weaker they should hear the sound. There we go. Yeah, I like that sound. And then, also, I'm not sure if I showed this, but I added a little command block here to reset the score. I might have showed that. I'm not sure. Alright, this is the drop item reset. So this should work fairly well now. Let's just get out some creepers and test it out. Ah, good. Yeah, very good. I'm a little worried this might be a little too many particles. My frame rate is suffering a little bit here. But then again, this snapshot 14W21B, the rendering engine is a little bit broken in the snapshot, I won't lie. Yeah, I kind of like this. I'm happy I changed the particle back to 0.1 speed. I think it looks better this way. Yeah, and I definitely like that sound. I think it fits. Yeah, so let me just check if this will work. Ah, good. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Is there anything else I should tell you guys? These here are just some things I was messing around with when I was trying to figure out how I want to do the grenades. I did something... Nope, not this one. Here, yeah, here I did something completely different. It happened to fit in the same amount of command blocks, but it's completely different in the way it works for the grenade, and it's very convoluted. It didn't work well at all, so I can safely get rid of this now. I just wanted to keep both designs. This was the original one, by the way. So I just wanted to keep both of them in case I wanted to change. Also here I did something a little bit nice. So I'm testing for anyone with a squirt grenade of 1, and the instant this I can't find anyone with a squirt grenade, then this will turn on, or this will turn off, and this will turn on, and then I'm just resetting the score for grenade. So as long as there's anyone with a squirt grenade, I'm not resetting it. Once the second there isn't anyone with a squirt grenade, I will reset it. Oh yeah, also I changed the where is it? Where is it? I will find it, I assure you. There we go. So I changed this from 100 ticks to 70 ticks. So grenades will explode after 3.5 seconds instead of 5 seconds. I just think that's a better timing. 5 seconds seems a little bit too long. Yeah, I think that's a good time. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I told you guys about this, but the supply crates weren't working last time because I had to get the circuit for that into the spawn chunks. Well, it was in the spawn chunks, but it was only in the redstone processing chunks and not in the entity processing chunks. And also added this little message, and I changed it up a little bit. So supply crate is about to arrive, and we get the stuff here, and as always, we get the items. I haven't, that's a little weird. I haven't really toyed with what items I actually want to have in here. This is just the items I had originally that I kind of randomly picked out. But yeah, guys, Radial Blast, that's what we did this episode. I think it works very nicely. Nice, simple little thing. Let me know what you guys think about this way of doing these episodes. Do you want me to show you every step of the process? Do you want me to do more stuff on camera? Of course, the really complicated stuff I can't do on camera, so I'll just, like, you know, show you guys segments of it or just the final product. But simple things like this, which is, to be honest, most of the map, like these nice little simple weapons. Do you want me to show you guys how I do this? Let me know if you can. That would be quite helpful. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye.